We've got some really big changes happening in our figure world, and so we've made this little video to share with you, not just the detail around that, but kind of how we're feeling and what we're thinking about that. Kia ora koutou katoa, ko Lillian Grace Aho. I'm the founder and CEO of Figure.NZ.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Ngapera toku ingoa, no Rotorua, and I'm currently the Deputy CEO of Figure.NZ.
But the transition that we're going through is I have resigned as CEO of Figure.NZ after 7 whole years, or over 7 years of doing that now, and I'm going to be stepping out to create a new company called Figure Group. And Ngapera, from the 1st of August, is going to be the new CEO of Figure.NZ.
It's really exciting!
It's so amazing! I can't say it without bursting into like big grins. But we've got some questions that we're going to ask each other and see how we kind of go. Alright, so Ngapera, how would you describe Figure.NZ?
Figure.NZ is
It's a test, by the way, to make sure you're up for the job.
Figure.NZ is a really important tech charity, and our belief is that data about our country holds important stories, and we believe that if we can help surface it and teach people how to use it, everyday people, not experts, that we are going to, this is the best taonga or gift we could give Aotearoa. And our team's been working hard for 7 years to surface this information so that our country can use it to create the best possible future.
Awesome. Do you have a question for me?
I do. So, Lillian, Tia, why do you think it's time to leave Figure.NZ?
Maybe it's not. No, jokes. For a couple of reasons, actually. One is after 7 years, we've learnt so much about the use of data, but also about all of the other things that need to exist for data to be able to be used. So environments where people feel safe to think, where they're taught different tools for thinking, where we have structures that give people time to look at data and find the right information and use data in good ways. And so I think that we need to solve some of those things so that Figure.NZ can be successful at its mission. And so in seeing that now, I'm like, what's been seen can't be unseen. And so I feel the need to step out and establish that now that I can see other things that need to be true. But also, I had always said that I can imagine being with Figure.NZ for kind of up to 10 years or so, and it's been 7.5. But what is so amazing is to have somebody that I feel fully confident with passing Figure.NZ over to, and the whole team and the board. Like, it's incredible. And so that's one of the reasons it's time, is because I'm kind of not needed. Which is amazing. That's a good thing. It's a really amazing feeling. Yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome.
All right, question for you. How do you feel about becoming the CEO?
I actually feel quite calm and strong about it. I mean, I feel, firstly, super honoured that you would trust me with something that you've worked so hard over the last 7 years to build, and something that you had the vision and foresight to build for our country. So I feel super honoured. I wouldn't say, I feel excited, but it's a massive honour, but I feel calm and strong because after 18 months in the role, I feel like I really, truly understand the essence of what we're doing, and I feel like we've got the right, most amazing people in the team driving it, and I feel like, thanks to you, we've got amazing systems in place. So I feel like the transition's going to be really smooth, and yeah, I'm really excited, I guess, to try and keep Figure.NZ the heart of it, but also put my little spin on it.
Yes,
super excited
to see it. Now get a flair.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, but I feel great. I feel awesome.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That feels good to hear.
All right. Now I have a question for you. How do you actually feel about leaving?
I just, the word that keeps coming to mind at the moment is I just feel really saturated with gratitude. It's hard to get away from that feeling. After having had an idea in my head on a picnic blanket, turning it into something that can now survive without me, I can't think of a better thing, like a better outcome for me as a person. Kind of what I imagine it would feel like if your teenagers left to go off after school and then they didn't need you. That's kind of the outcome that you want, and so I have gratitude for everyone involved. Enormous gratitude for you for embracing Figure.NZ in the heart and the whole kaupapa, and knowing that you'll put that before any like individual ego or anything, and that's so important to me. And I just feel really excited. I'm feeling very joyous, and it's not what I would have imagined. I think I processed away. I remember the first time that we had a meeting and you had ideas that I hadn't had before, and I was like, oh my goodness, these are amazing. And I went home and had a big cry, not in a negative way, just like I can now see a world where I'm not leading Figure.NZ, and so I've processed emotion around it, and all I'm feeling now is just freaking joyous and lucky, so lucky to have found you, to have the incredible board and team that we have that make, because it's not just about us, right? You know,
Totally.
it's about everyone around that, and so yeah, I'm feeling, I feel really amazing. All right. So, what are you looking forward to doing that you couldn't do when I was around?
Oh,
Come
tough
out of the
question. Well, the first part of that answer would be I never felt like I couldn't really do anything, because anytime I had an idea or a thought, or even if I had a frustration, you would always be super open to like working through the process of, okay, why do we need it? You know, what should we do? How do we solve it? But I guess, so I never felt like I couldn't do anything. But what am I most looking forward to? Was that the question?
Yeah, like when I'm out, like, you know, it's under your own steam. You don't have to run anything through me. You just...
I know.
Maybe you can't...
Yeah, maybe I can't figure that out right now. But I guess I'm really looking forward to just, I have the last whole weekend spent writing just my feelings and things that I want to do, and, you know, how I want to carve that forward. So it's still in a process of understanding what I will do differently. But I do know I'm going to keep the essence of Figure.NZ. Yeah, I'm sorry I failed that question.
Oh, good. I reckon you're holding back until I'm gone.
Yeah, okay, so, there's a question here. What are you most looking forward to with Figure Group? Because I'm super excited about Figure Group.
Yeah, and I guess I haven't really shared with many people what Figure Group is, and partly it's because I don't know exactly. What I do know is that it will be a vehicle that will seek to solve all of the other things that have arisen that we've seen over the last few years. And I am consciously not trying to build a whole picture in my mind yet, because I want to have a whole month off, all of August completely off. And I said to a friend the other day when they asked, but what, you know, like, are you worried? What's it going to do? What's your plan going to be? And I was like, September Lillian will know, July Lillian doesn't give a shit. And that's kind of how it feels, is that I know as soon as I step into that and start seeing the world through a kind of a broader lens, that really great things are going to come, because I feel it. And so I'm really looking forward to that unbridled kind of thinking, and being able to take everything that I've learned from the last 7 years. But it is going to be fascinating, because I'm essentially going to be unemployed for a while with no team to draw from, you know, essentially. And there's something really freeing about that as well, I think, and not carrying the responsibility just for a little bit that I've been carrying for a while. But I'm also really, really looking forward to figuring out how to make Figure Group something that can financially support Figure.NZ. That to me will be like, yes.
I know. Well, in a roundabout
champagne moment.
That's good. In a roundabout way, that is the thing I'm looking forward to most, is solving this funding, and it's always been hard for us, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've sat down, and something I've learned from you in the process of working through Figure.NZ is, when things are hard or need to be solved, actually stop and take time to think about things. They don't need to be solved straight away, and we need to, you know, go with the gut instincts and work through, but never rush into solving a problem. So
Good.
See?
So, nearing the end, do you remember when we first met?
Yes.
I looked it up the other day and it was October 2015.
I love that you have data on that.
Yeah, I do. And because what I remember is I think we were introduced by Courtney and at an event, and at the end of the night we would have only exchanged maybe 2 or 3 sentences, and in true Lillian styles I went up to you and was like, "Hi, sorry to interrupt. I just get the sense we're going to be really good friends." Do you remember that?
I do, because I remember these beautiful blue eyes and going, oh, and you had a white dress on, and I was like, style, nailed it. Yes, we're totes going to be friends. But I just didn't realise how many things would cross, paths would cross.
Yeah.
And we've had so many connections
Yeah.
that have led us to
Yeah,
working
but I
together.
feel like we always knew
Yeah.
the vibe. So yeah, I think that's awesome. So yes, this is a really, even though it's a big organisational thing, it's really big for us personally as individuals. This is one of the biggest transitions that we've been through, and we just want to thank all of those of you that support us in total for what we do and what we are going to do. The board and the team have been amazing through all of these decisions about the transition and planning for it.
Yeah.
And for all of you out there that we feel you by our sides so often, and it makes a really big difference. So I hope that you continue to be there through the next part.
We'll be calling on you. And for me personally, I guess I'm about to turn 40 this year, so to be an officially appointed CEO, Māori woman under 40 is really quite awesome.
Yeah.
And I don't think the magnitude of that's quite hit me yet, but it will.
It will.
And I want to say thanks.
You're welcome.